Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're feeling great because I'm feeling great. I hope you had a safe and wonderful 4th of July. Hope you had a safe and wonderful weekend period. And I hope you have nothing but safe and wonderful weekends, weekdays, whatever else coming your way. Alright, now let's begin. So fun fact number 43, TV show review 3. I am doing Euphoria. Now, you should have heard about this show. It was very popular in 2019. That's when it came out. And the trailer came out in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And if you're a big fan of Zendaya, then you most definitely have heard about this show. But if you've never heard about it, you're about to hear it in this video. And hopefully I persuade you to want to go watch it after you leave. All right. Now, I'm only going to be telling you guys about characters and stuff about them and little facts about Euphoria. I'm not going to go into any episodes and talk about that because I'm going to be all over the place. So I'm not going to do that. And I know I'm going to get stuff wrong and I'm going to just, I'm not going to make any sense. So I'm not going to do that, all right? But hopefully you still found this video just as interesting if I was talking about the episodes and the characters at once, if that makes sense, all right? So, yeah. All right, now let me get started now. Oh, and I did take notes, so I'm going to be looking up and down, all right? So, yeah. So first thing is, this show was created by Sam Levinson. Why do I keep adding a T in his last name? Sam Levinson. Okay, I don't know why I keep adding a T in there. All right, so that's who created the show. All right, it is loosely based on the Israeli television miniseries of the same name created by Ron Lesham. I hope I pronounced that right. And Daphnina Levine. I hope I pronounced that right as well. All right, now I'm going to be telling you guys about the plot. This series follows a group of high school students through their experiences of sex, drugs, friendship, love, and identity. All right, Zendaya is the lead of the show. She is the face of Euphoria. All right, it premiered on June 16, 2019. In July 2019, it was renewed for a second season. A 2-hour specials broadcasted in December of 2020 and January of this year, 2021. And of course, you can watch both of those on HBO. All right. The critics gave nothing but positive reviews on the show, but it did receive some controversy due to nudity and sexual content. But overall, people love the show because it is a great show. All right. The show did receive award nominations and wins, and Zendaya actually won her first ever Emmy from this show, playing Rue Bennet. So congratulations to Zendaya once again. All right, she is a Emmy-winning actress. All right. So yeah. So now I'm going to be talking about some of the characters. It's a lot of characters, main characters, supporting characters, recurring characters. So it's a lot of them. I'm going to try to get through this quick. So I hope you don't lose interest while I'm doing all this. But if you do, I understand. But I'm going to try to get through this very quickly. All right. So yeah. So first character I'm starting off with is Rue Bennet. And she is played by Zendaya. Obviously. She is the narrator, all right? Her life has been filled with trauma since birth. She is a drug addict and is very obvious by the way she dresses and all the things she's doing in the show. There are numerous things that caused her to become that, and it's explained in the show, all right? She did OD, unfortunately, and her sister is the one that found her. I'm not going to show a picture or a clip because it's very graphic. It's very disturbing, so I'm not going to show you, all right? But she is alive. She did not die, okay? Rue is somewhere on the queer spectrum, so she's not straight. She lost her virginity at 15, okay? She has a relationship with Jules, all right? She is 17, and she has a younger sibling named Gia, who you're about to hear about next, all right? So that is Rue Bennet.
I mean, ain't that...
That's the guy I found.
Wanna ride?
You either.
Alright guys, now moving on to the next character, which is now Gia Bennet, and she is played by Storm Reed. And I actually did a review over Gia Bennet. I think I said more stuff about her than what I'm about to say right now, so if you never watched that video, or if you just want to know like what more did I say about her, you can go watch that video and I'll put it up here somewhere so you can know what I'm talking about. Alright, so yeah. But anyway, alright, now Gia is Rue's little sister, okay? They seem to have a close relationship with each other, but due to Rue's addiction, it can cause a drift between them both, all right? Gia is around 14 or 15. You really don't know because not too much was said about Gia, so you can only assume she's like in middle school, maybe a freshman in high school, all right? She is the one who found Rue when she overdosed, and I did mention that, all right? And her favorite show is My So-Called Life, all right? So that's Gia Bennet.
What are you doing here?
All right, now moving on to the next character, which is Jules, and she is played by Hunter. I can't pronounce the last name. It's S-C-H-A-F-E-R. All right, I don't want to try because I know I'm just messing up. But that's who's playing Jules. Now, the person who's playing the younger version of Jules is Kirk Furlong. Okay, so yeah. So Jules is the new girl in town, and she is from a nearby city. Her parents divorced, and her dad has custody of her. But none of that is explained. You don't know why they divorced, and you don't know how her dad got custody of her. Okay. She is transgender, and her dad seems to be very accepting of that, which makes Jules happy, obviously. Rue entering her life made her very happy, and it made her feel less lonely. Okay. She is 17, and she is based on a real person. All right. Episode 4 is about her, all right? She used to go see a psychologist when she was younger, all right? But she stopped going, all right? She started transitioning I cannot speak. She started oh, God. She started transitioning, oh, Lord. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. At the age of 13, okay? She has dreams of going to New York so she can go to college so she can be a fashion designer. And last but not least, she used to be an avid cutter due to body dysmorphia, all right? So that's Jules, and that's all the stuff that you should know about her, all right?
But my dad wants to have like a capital.
Are you mad at me?
No.
All right, now moving on to the next character, which is Nate, and he is played by Jacob Elordi. I don't know how to pronounce it, all right? But that's who's playing Nate, okay? Nate is the leader amongst the local boys, and he spreads the gospel of toxic... Oh, God, I cannot pronounce this word. I don't know why I cannot say it. Toxic, all right? I don't know why I cannot say it. Like, I just literally can't, all right? But that's what I'm trying to say. That's the word. Masculinian among the people, all right? So, basically, he's, like, misogynistic. He most definitely keeps up the way he thinks that a man should act, or a boy. He's a boy. He's just a teenager. He keeps up this image of how he thinks a boy should act. He's misogynistic and whatever else comes with this word right here. Okay, so yeah. All right. He insulted Rue at a freshman dance. He discovered his father's porn collection, which explains his whole personality later on. Okay. He is a quarterback and a team captain. He likes a traditionally feminine girl, but not one that is meek or a pushover. He doesn't like aggressive or masculine either, all right? His jersey number is 18. And lastly, episode 2 is focused on him. So that's Nate Jacobs for you guys.
Are you like fucking Tony Montana?
All right, now moving on to the next character, which is Charles McKay, and he is played by Algie Smith. In the show, he is often referred to as McKay, and he is one of Nate's friends, all right? He isn't a total douchebag. He seems to respect women more than his friends, and he doesn't seem to be under peer pressure like everybody else around him, his environment, all right? He also isn't a nice person either. I know I just said all that, but he isn't really like a saint either, so yeah. He is a nice guy who hangs around terrible guys, all right? So, yeah. He is a freshman in college, and he is trying to join a fraternity. And last but not least, episode 6 is focused on him, all right? So that is Charles McKay, all right?
To play Division I football, odds of him going pro.
Without a shred of...
Now moving on to the next character, which is Cassie, who is played by Sydney Sweene. I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry. All right. But that's who's playing Cassie. All right. She is the sister to one of Rue's childhood friends. Her and Charles hooked up in the pilot. Charles is McKay. I don't know why I'm saying Charles. I'm going to just call him McKay. Most people know him as McKay. All right. She is one of the girls that Nate has new pictures of and an alleged video of. All right. It's like I guess like a sex tape. All right. McKay acts funny towards her due to that. So he slut shames her a lot, and he makes it very clear that he doesn't like her showing her goodies or being sexually liberated, all right? He explains that to her a lot. At one point, he did become aggressive with her. I'm not going to show you the clip, but if you watch the show, then you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get flagged, so I'm not going to show you anything. But yes, he did do something aggressive towards her at one point, all right? So, yeah. She is focused on in episode 7, all right? She did finger scanning as a child, and last but not least, she has daddy issues. All right, so that is Cassie.
How you been?
All right, now moving on to the next character, who is Fesco, but he is best known as Fez, and he is played by Angus Cloud. All right, he is Rue's drug dealer and one of her friends as well. He is very chill, and he mostly deals to teens, but he likes Rue a lot for some reason. Not in a romantic way, just like friends. All right, so yeah. He wishes that Rue would get better. He prefers if she would stop doing drugs, but he also doesn't encourage her not to do drugs or stops her. So yeah. He is a high school dropout. He is a caretaker when he's not dealing. And like I said, he mostly deals to teens. So that is Fez.
Me. Open the door.
Listen, bruh.
All right, so that is Fez for you. All right, now we're moving on to the next character, who is Ashtray, and he is being played by Javon Walton. All right, he is Fez's little brother slash sidekick. Now the little brother part, we assume that's his little brother. They do look alike. I mean, we don't know who he belongs to, but everyone would just assume that's his little brother. All right, and he seems to be around the age of 12. All right, just based off of how he looks and how he speaks. All right, but he acts very mature. All right, and of course he helps Fez drug deal and whatever else Fez needs help with. All right, so that's Ashtray.
Yeah, can I take your order? Currency and digital payment system.
All right, that's Ashtray. Now moving on to the next character, who is Leslie, and she is being played by Nika King. All right, she is Rue and Gia's mother. All right, and she is trying she is trying her best to raise them by herself. Her husband died of cancer, which is why she's raising them by herself. And I'm assuming, I kind of forgot, I think he died when Rue was very little, and I don't know if Gia was even born. All right, so yeah. So that's Leslie, that's Rue and Gia's mother.
Holding you in my arm.
All right, so that's Leslie. All right, so moving on to the next character, which is Kat, and she's being played by Barbie. I can't pronounce her last name, so Ferreira. All right, so that's who's playing Kat. All right. She is the last one out of her friend group to lose her virginity, and that's really due to peer pressure and them teasing her and stuff. She finally just did it. Get it out the way. All right. Due to her doing that with a guy named Wes at a party, a sex tape was linked, and it was all over high school. All right. That actually made Kat realize that she can make money off of doing stuff like that, and she actually did do stuff like that, and it's shown in the show, and I don't want to show it because I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. Okay, so yeah. She comes from a 2-parent household. In her younger days, she wrote fan fiction on Tumblr about Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson. So yeah, and she actually got popularity from doing that. So yeah. Episode 3 focuses on her. She isn't insecure about her body like most people would expect her to be. Most people actually compliment her body a lot. And lastly, she works part-time as a cam girl / lawn line dominatrix. I don't know if I pronounced that right. All right, so yes, that is Kat. That's all the stuff that you need to know about Kat.
You should see me in the courthouse.
Listen.
She was getting a number of incoming requests.
Now moving on to the next character now is Maddie, and she's being played by Alexa Demie. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I don't want to mess it up. She's the one playing Maddie, all right? She is Nate's on and off girlfriend, all right? And as well, she is the head cheerleader like most of the girls on the show, all right? She is 17, she likes to party, and she can get a little crazy, but not too crazy. Nate is toxic to her, okay? Her parents have a bad relationship. She lost her virginity at 14 to a man in his 40s. And lastly, she did pageants as a kid. All right, so that's Maddie.
We don't eat carbs. Bitch, you're my soulmate. I'm supposed to be here right now because I'm dressed like a hooker? Yes. You cannot tell McKay.
Now moving on to the next character is Cal, and he is being played by Eric Danet. He is Nate's father, and he is a closeted down low man. I hope you know what that means. I don't want to explain it, all right? He preys on young trans girls and feminine / queer men. Well, men, young boys, yeah, all right? He is the reason Nate is so messed up how he is, all right? And he's also well known for his chili, all right? So that's Cal, that's Nate's father, all right? All right, now moving on to the next character now is Lexie. I cannot pronounce her first name or the last name, but the woman who's playing Lexie is, I'm going to just spell it out, Maudeapatow. She's the one playing Lexie, all right? Lexie is Rue's childhood friend, who seems to be one of Rue's sources when it comes to talking about other people's lives, all right? She gives Rue her pee samples, all right? And she does it so Rue can continue to do drugs and, because her mom drug tests her, all right? So she needs somebody else's pee because she's obviously still doing drugs. So that's what Lexie is. She's like Rue's pee source, all right? So yeah, she is Cassie's younger sister. I'm sure she's younger than Cassie. She doesn't seem to be close to anyone, all right? And last but not least, she comes off as like she could be jealous because everyone pays attention to Cassie, and they kind of forget that she exists. Well, not really, but they basically like Cassie more. She gets most of the attention. So yeah. So once again, that is Lexie, and that's all the stuff that was said about her in the show and that you should know. All right?
I already flushed everything down the fucking toilet.
Well,
Oh, yeah, because he's not asking.
Something's definitely going on.
All right, now moving on to the next character now, who is Ali, and he is being played by Coleman Domingo. I hope I pronounced all that right. If I did not, my apologies. All right, but he's the one playing Ali. All right, he is a father of two and a former firefighter. All right, he is one of the people who talks to Rue, and anybody else likes her when he goes to certain events. You know, events for people who are recovering, like drug addicts, or they're still going through with it. So that's what Ali is, and and you mainly only see him when it's time for him to talk to Rue. So yeah, all right, and yeah, that's Ali. All right.
Yo, 60 days. How do you want your mom?
So yeah. All right. Now moving on to the next character is Susie. I hope I pronounced her name right. And she's being played by Alana Bach, B-A-C-H. I can't pronounce the last name, so it's just Alana B-A-C-H. All right. She's the one playing either Susie or Susie. Can't pronounce that either, all right? But anyway, she is Cassie and Lexie's alcoholic mother, all right? Who seems to be around Cassie more than Lexie based off of how she acts towards them. She did have a terrible marriage, and she does drink heavily, which I mentioned earlier. That's why I said alcoholic, all right? She's a heavy drinker, all right? So yeah, that's Susie, however you say it, all right? That's Cassie and Lexie's mother. So yeah, now moving on to the next character, which is Ethan, and he's being played by Austin Abrahams. I hope I pronounced his last name right. A-B-R-A-M-S. Hopefully I said that right, all right? He is Kat's lab partner and perhaps one of the first boys who genuinely liked her since her first childhood crush back when she was younger, all right? He comes off as a nice person. He has an older sister. He jokes about being an incel, and last but not least, he is a virgin. So once again, that is Ethan.
I feel like it felt like we were like having a lot of...
Hey, Kat, I got you.
All right, guys, so now I'm at the end. I'm talking about the last character, and after this, I'm not talking about no more characters, okay? Now, this character name is Barbara, but she is known as BB. Most people call her BB in the show. She's being played by Sophia Rose Wilson, who hangs around Kat, Maddie, and Cassie. She isn't shown too much throughout the season, and she doesn't have her own episode, so yeah, which is kind of crazy because she was hanging around most of the main, like, characters, so you would have thought she would have been shown way more, but... whatever. The only thing that you do know about BB is that she's the comedic one out of them. She's the one who obviously will make you laugh the most, unintentionally or intentionally, okay? She vapes a lot, so yeah. And she isn't a virgin, obviously, because of what I said earlier when I was talking about Kat, all right? And she is a popular girl at her school, and she most definitely makes sure that she keeps up that reputation. All right, so once again, that is BB, Barbara, whatever you want to call her. All right.
Not seeking approval. I'm number one. I tell bitches what.
Who's that in the case? Wait, what? Are you fucking serious?
All right, guys. So I am done talking about the characters. Finally, I got through it. I hope I wasn't stumbling too much. If I was, I apologize. And hopefully, I did not say any inaccurate information about the characters. If I did, of course, you can correct me in the comment section. All right. But yeah, I got through it. I'm finished. Now let me give you my overall thoughts of the show, or overall review of the show. All right, so yeah. So I actually love Euphoria. Like, this is one of my favorite shows, honestly, top 5. I watched it more than once. I really do love Euphoria. There are some things that could have easily been changed about it, and I will mention it in a few seconds. But I highly recommend this show to anybody. I do not recommend anybody that's not in high school to watch this. If you're in middle school, elementary school, preschool, daycare, do not watch Euphoria. All right, I'm suggesting this to teenagers, preteens, tweens, adults. If you are not in any of these categories, do not watch Euphoria. Wait until you're old and you're mature enough, because it's a lot that goes on and it might be too much for you to see. All right, but like I said, I do love this show and I do highly recommend it to the people, to whatever I just said. Those groups, I highly recommend it to you, and if I didn't list you, do not watch it. All right, just wait. Okay, now the things that could have been changed about it, I think the diversity was not good at all. Hopefully in season 2, they, you know, kind of fix that, because it just wasn't good. I know some people say, oh, who cares? But, you know, I care. You know, I'm big on diversity, representation. I feel like every shade needs to be represented. Every hair texture needs to be represented. Anything, like everything needs to be represented. All right. I don't think that you should ever exclude anybody out of something. All right. A lot of other shows do this a lot. I was kind of sad that Euphoria fell right into that as far as the casting. You know, they were not good with diversity at all. So hopefully they make up for that in season 2. Or I'm not going to go on and on about it, but just hopefully they make up for that a lot in season 2. All right. So yeah. And another thing is, I hope that Gia, Lexie, and Fez all get backstories. All right. I love these 3 characters. I really do want to learn more about them. So hopefully in season 2, they most definitely give the 3 of them, you know, some kind of like episode, or just let them just have some screen time, you know, where they're not around other people. They can just get like their own thing going on. So I want that for season 2 as well. And then let me see. And, oh yeah, and just like new characters, like add new characters. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Give people some love interest, new friends, because it's needed. All right. Give all of that. All right. I almost forgot. They need to chill out on the nudity and the sex scenes. Okay. They need to chill out because they're supposed to be in high school. I need you to treat them like high schoolers. So the nudity and the sex, the sexual content, I need all that to stop in season 2, because I just feel like it's too much. And again, these are supposed to be teenagers, so treat them like teenagers and don't do all that nudity and sex and all that. We don't need to see all that. I mean, most of us can know what you're trying to say and what's happening. No, just don't be so graphic, okay? So, yeah. So those are all the things, all right? But besides all of that, again, Euphoria is a great show, and I still highly recommend it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, just because of the stuff I said. But like I said, I still love Euphoria, and I'm very happy that it was renewed for season 2, and I'm waiting on it. It's taking forever though, but I feel like it's gonna be really worth the wait. So yeah, and hopefully I convinced you to want to go look at it after you leave. All right, and if not, that's okay. You got a little glimpse of it right here. All right, so yeah. All right, guys, so that is the end of this review. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment how you feel about Euphoria. Comment any shows that you want me to do a review on. I got you, all right? I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Peace out.